Well, folks, it seems that Rachel Zegler is lying still. She actually lied in the same interview as the one that I reported on a couple days ago. But yeah, she's now lying about the origin of Snow White. And she's giving her own bullshit origin. And I'm going to get into that. But before I do, if you want to support my channel, Orange Hat, you can go to my channel, like, subscribe, comment, share. Those are all things that help get the algorithm to notice my channel more for other people, that recommend to other people. I'm trying to reach 2,000 subs. If I can get to 1,985 subs by December, I'll do something special for the channel. But if I can get to 2,000 before, or 2025 subs before the year 2025, I will do something extra special for the channel. So that's what my goal is for the end of the year. Hopefully you can all help me achieve it by sharing my content out. Liking the content also helps get the algorithm knowing it, or noticing it. But now let's get into this. So Rachel Zegler's doing this interview for Variety, and she's saying about the skin as white as snow comment. She decided to comment on that. As for the line about skin as white as snow, Zegler reveals the new film has its own origin story for her name. Now notice how this is all written, folks. It fell back to another version of Snow White that was told in history, where she survived a snowstorm that occurred when she was a baby. She says, and so the king and queen decided to name her Snow White to remind her of her resilience. One of the core points in our film for any young woman or young person is remembering how strong you actually are. Now, considering this stuff wasn't starting to get pushed until the last, 8 years, she's full of shit on that. I mean, there's always been strong women in film, and even in history. I mean, Joan of Arc and all of them, yeah? But I have also done my due diligence here, folks. Her saying that this was based on another version of Snow White that was told in history where she survived a snowstorm, well, let's do some research. Snow White survived snowstorm. This is all it comes up with. All references to just this stuff here. Or just more of the same parroted nonsense in articles. Did Snow White survive a snowstorm in the original story? No. Snow White did not survive a snowstorm in the original story. And then it goes down out of AI to show the quote from Rachel Zegler. Now, did Snow White survive a snowstorm in any story? And it doesn't answer. But it gives the same links to the same articles. And did Snow White survive, or Snow White survived a snowstorm story? Well, no, yeah. There's nothing that will reference an original Snow White story except for Rachel Zegler's own words and making a claim that has no way of verifying. Believe me, if there was a story out there that had her surviving a snowstorm, and her name being Snow White because she survived a snowstorm? First off, that doesn't even really make sense. I mean, I wouldn't name somebody Snow White simply because they survived a snowstorm. That is just absolute fucking bunk. Why would I name a girl Snow White simply for surviving a snowstorm? Doesn't make sense. Her skin being white as snow? That makes sense. Just looking at it logically, folks. Looking at it logically, you could tell that this girl is lying her ass off. She is a liar. She is a narcissist. These are verifiable facts. Just look at her Instagram. Look at her, the way she handles interviews. Look at her overall attitude, saying she should be paid millions for each hour her movies are streamed online. Yeah, that was during the strikes. So, it's quite easy to come up with a bullshit story of an alternate version that was told in history, where I've actually read 3 different stories, separate stories, of Snow White. One was called Snow White and the Huntsman. It was the short story of where the huntsman was sent after her, and she, or he took pity on her and sent the pig's heart back to the stepmother. A second one was called Snow White and Rose Red. Her origin was the same story. Her sister's name was Rose Red. And then there's the original one that of her skin being white as snow. And then if you go back to the original, the Grimm fairy tale original. Yeah, her skin was white as snow, which was the origin. So yeah, her, Rachel Zegler, her story that there was an alternate version or another version told in history is full of shit. Unless they somehow pull some bullshit fake story out of the annals of history, I've done my diligence. I've looked all over the internet. There's no other story out there. But yeah, Rachel Zegler continues to lie, to play victim, to say, oh, you're just a bunch of bigots and racists. It really is sad. Except, woman, you're a liar. You are a liar. You got caught. People are boycotting your film because, well, you've lied. And you've also, in this interview, where you're saying, I've seen women getting torn down all the time. It's nothing but men's fault. Now you got men boycotting your film. Men groups. So that's 7 groups. I've already covered that 6 other groups are freaking boycotting. So that now there's 7 groups. Congratulations, Rachel. You just lost this movie millions, possibly even hundreds of millions of dollars when it comes out next year. You see, it's coming out in, I don't know, we're in October, November, December, January, February, March. So in like 5 months from now, 6 months from now, yeah, this movie's going to be boycotted. Nobody's going to watch it. My hometown theater even said that there's no way they're going to be releasing it. So, because nobody gives a shit. And it's like, dude, you want to lose money? That's the best way to lose money. And it's not me telling him that because I hate the Disney and their remakes. While that is true, it's me looking at this from an objective standpoint without bias. And seeing all these different groups saying that they're going to boycott this film. And the best, or the only way that they could boycott this film is to literally just not go to the theaters and not watch it. Most people will pirate it so that they can see it. Now, yes, there are other people out there who will inadvertently support Disney to bite the bullet so that they can show you why you shouldn't watch it. But I'm not going to be one of those people. I will not watch this movie. Ever. I will actually boycott it. When I say I'm going to boycott something, I'm going to fucking boycott it. I'm going to keep to my word. But yeah. Anyway, folks, that's going to be the video. You all know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that jazz. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. What do you think? Do you think that she's full of shit? And do you think that is there an actual other version that I could not find despite my efforts? Do you think that there is another version out there that is covering this? Well, let me know all your thoughts down in the comment section below, folks. This has been Orange Chat. Y'all have a wonderful day. And always remember, stay humble. Because we all know that Rachel Zegler isn't.